We live in a world that feels more volatile and unpredictable every day. I wish I could say I never struggle with trusting God, but the reality is that maintaining that trust is difficult. It takes deliberate, focused effort. Feeling entirely overwhelmed or hitting a wall of doubt is a common part of the spiritual journey. It's an honest response to a broken world. When life feels like it's spinning out of our hands, we need a specific tether to keep us from drifting away, a spiritual anchor. These anchors are found throughout Scripture. Different crises find resolution in specific historical truths. Admitting we are struggling and reaching for these verses is how we find our footing. It's how we stay tethered to something solid when the ground beneath us starts to shift. We often face external forces that are entirely outside of our control. It's a specific kind of paralysis that sets in when we simply do not know what to do next. King Jehoshaphat faced this in 2 Chronicles chapter 20. 3 allied armies were marching against him, and he found himself completely outmatched. He didn't pretend to be brave. He confessed his powerlessness to God and concluded his prayer with these words, "Nor do we know what to do, but our eyes are on you." We see this same dynamic in the New Testament. In Mark 4, the disciples were caught in a storm that dwarfed their boat. They were terrified for their lives, while Jesus slept in the stern. When Jesus calmed the weather, he demonstrated a simple truth. The one who made the wind and the waves has the inherent authority to govern them. External chaos isn't proof that God is distant. Instead, it serves as a catalyst to shift our focus away from the scale of the threat and back to the sovereignty of the Creator. But many of the fiercest battles happen internally. The silent pressure of anxiety, the weight of temptation, or the fog of deep discouragement. There is a recurring truth in 1 Samuel and 2 Chronicles, the absolute statement that the battle is the Lord's. When we recognize the fight isn't ours, the pressure shifts. We stop carrying the outcome and let the responsibility fall onto his shoulders. Jesus emphasizes this in Matthew chapter 6. 3 separate times he tells his followers, "Don't worry." He repeats it because he knows how prone we are to holding on to our anxieties rather than releasing them. Lasting peace comes from formally surrendering the jurisdiction of the battle to God. We stop trying to outthink the problem and trust the victorious one to fight for us. There is a unique heartache that comes with intercession, watching family and friends navigate life without faith. John 3:16 is often treated as a simple memory verse, but it's actually a profound anchor for prayer. It actively reminds us of the immense depth of God's love for the specific people we are desperately interceding for. Our role is to share the gospel and to keep praying. We are not responsible for forcing a heart to change. We find peace in intercession by trusting that God's love for our friends and family is far greater than our own capacity to care for them. Eventually, the sheer weariness of ministry, the struggle against sin, and the effort of surviving daily life brings us to a point of bone-deep exhaustion. Jesus offers a specific invitation in Matthew 11:28 for those carrying a crushing weight. "Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest for the soul allows for a deep spiritual recovery that the world cannot provide. This rest is tied directly to the reality of God's mercy. He handles our daily failures and sins with a forgiveness that is entirely complete. A durable faith finds its strength in the fact that God is holding on to us, even when our own strength to hold on has run out. Which scriptural anchors have you relied on lately? Share the verses that help you stand firm in the comments below.